Hi, this is Joseph Eugene Eastman, and this is things I've learned from my own personal tribulation. If you've seen my other video, the rapture and torment, though God is there, you hear about the spiritual and psychotic things that have happened to me over the past 10 or 15 years. But pretty much things are good right now. I I see a counselor and I take my medicine and everything is stable. But what I've learned from the tetrad moons as they came and their foretellings, and I came up with a number system of 1 through basically endless numbers, and just plus or minus from whichever number you land on or whatever number you're thinking of, plus or minus 1. So you end up with 3 numbers, the number you were thinking of, plus or minus. So if you were thinking of 15, you would think you plus or minus 1, you'd get 14 and 16. So you'd get 14, 15, and 16. And with your gut intuitive thinking, you would determine which number it is, either the 16 or the 14, or is it the 15. If it's the 15, it means that things are the way they're supposed to be and there's no propheticness happening to you. But if it means it's one of the other numbers, the 14 or the 16, it means something is happening. And you use the numbers symbolically and historically for their meaning in symbolic terms and what they mean in the universe. So like one just means there's one God. 2 means there's like 2 gods, or there's 2 things happening. 3 could mean the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. Or 4 could mean it's for that. And you convert the numbers into the tongue of your heritage, your nationality, and determine it for that way, because every tongue, every language it's all correlated and pretty much means the same thing. It just sounds different, and the numbers correlate to word, and you translate it into this plus or minus 1 to determine what the actual yoke of the whole situation is. And I've learned that I've studied the Kabbalah Tree and know that there's 11 parts to it in the tree, and it just makes, and how the Kabbalah Tree is related to a 7-pointed star. And the Kabbalah Tree just means there's one God that comes out that's either a male or female, or a cherubim or something comes out of the Kabbalah Tree that makes an entity or another being which is a God. And use the planets, solar system, and the zodiac and the universe for the Kabbalah Tree to make that God arise. And also the string theory and the M theory has 11 dimensions, so it's in correlation to the Kabbalah Tree. The Kabbalah Tree has 11 components to it, and a Tetragrammaton, when you look at it, it's 2 pyramids intertwined together is what a tetragrammaton, and it has relation to do with Yahweh. But if you look at 2 pyramids 3-dimensionally, and you look at the points on a pyramid, there's 5 points to a pyramid. There's the square or the cube at the bottom, and then there's the point at the top. There's 5 points, so they're intertwined, which makes 10 points. But where the 2 pyramids intersect makes another point, 11th point. So the tetragrammaton, or the Israeli flag, is like the number 11, because you get into a point system and you get into the English tongue, or whichever tongue you do. Like a cross has 4 points, because 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 points to a cross. There's 5 points to a pentagram. There's 6 points like to a tetragrammaton if you just look at it as a 2-dimensionally, or and also all these religious things, you get into the points. there's a point system that you get into that correlates to my number system and word of your given tongue to find out the actual meaning. And the cross is really powerful because it's 4, and in the English tongue, when you're for something, it just means you're for. So the cross has 4 points because for Christianity is Christianity being the major religion on the planet. It's 4, and this is it's just an ancient thing where they used to cross sticks a long time ago and turned into what it evolved into what Jesus was crucified on, was a couple of sticks crossed, and so on and forth. So what these symbolic religious things mean, you can dissect them, and even when you have a pentagram where you look at the center part, it's like a doorway, and same thing with the Tetragrammaton, the center is the doorway. And the Kabbalah Tree and the Mtheory, and why there's 11 components. And like in my old video, I told you I'm an 11-pound baby born from the Virgo. September 17th is my birthday. And I've learned things about evil doings on the earth that they use technology to create evil things. Double negative feature films and stuff that they use to create these apparitional things, and why the internet is evil as well. When the internet was first created, they knew it was evil, and they've made protocols to work with it, and they know how to use it now, but it's given power to things and all the paparazzi that follows it. I don't know everything, but I know the number system. 1 is one God, 2 just means 2 gods, or there's 2 gods. 3 could mean the Holy Trinity. 4 means you're for Christianity because it has 4 points. And you combine everything I just said into everything. 5 is not a bad number. There's 5, also a pentagram has 5 parts, and some people actually I find out are Christians, but they live by the pentagram, and they don't even know it just because of who they are and what they do. 6 is like a spiritual number, and when you think of 6, you can think of Tetragrammaton. If you just look at the flag, it has 6 points, 2 pyramids. The pyramid has 3 points in there, so there's 6 points. 7 is a number, like a 7-pointed star, and you think of everything in points, and you go all the way up, and like 13's taboo. 12 could be the 12 apostles, or have something to do with Jesus or the constellations. 17, you get up to 18, which means 6 plus 6 plus 6 means 18, which is like a signature for the mark of the beast, and so on, all the way up. And you also correlate it into the solar system, and if you use arithmetic and mathematics and calculus, when you subtract Earth from its rotation around the sun, Venus and its rotation around the sun, and Mercury and its rotation around the sun, and you do arithmetic and calculus and mathematics, you end up with 66 or 666, and it puts you out on Saturn. Saturn is the same thing, means like Satan. It's what the Saturn cult is. And there's dates on the calendar, which there's rituals done in symbolic religious things that give power to the rise of the beast this day and age, and the people that fall within that sort of stuff. And there's a Jupiter, which is maybe the Statue of Liberty is Jupiter, which is, or Apollo, which is could be Apollyon, or the thing that's the end of the planet, or the end of everything, the end of an era. And I believe there is an end of an era coming. And what America really stands for. This is all just old knowledge that you don't hear about, but it gets into Freemasonry. And when you calculate, when you calculate Earth, Venus, and Mercury from the sun, and you do some more stuff, you'll get into some Freemasonry stuff, and you'll find out what the number 3379 means, which gets into a Masonic order, and you find out what God they worship is some sort of supreme creator that they're looking for, but I don't think they found it. They just tapped into stuff to make prophecy, false prophecy, stuff that doesn't come naturally within the order of Jesus Christ, that they're making happen to empower themselves. And then you learn about the reptilian prophecy and Sirius B, the star out there, and its planets, and the reptilian and the satanic energy that comes along with it. And we're just learning more about new anomalies in space that we're learning about it with our telescopes and stuff, and all. It takes you all the way back to the Third Reich and the Nazi agenda is what it is, and wondering why these people still run that cult and that prophecy, and have people in place and in motion that are puppets, or not puppets, but they're acting on this prophecy that they make, and so forth. But you learn the number system, plus or minus from that number. Don't ever prophesy in the book of Revelation if you're someone whose name and numbers, and you also add up your own name, put your name in the numbers. Like if your name was Adam Smith, A would be 1, D would be 1, so there would be 2. Then A would be 1, would be 3, M would be 1, so Adam equals 4, and then so on, Smith. Then your birth date, like 9/17/78, you just add 9, and each number individually, secularly, like 1, 9, 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 7 is 7, which would be 24, plus then 8. And so on, and you can put your own name out into the solar system and find out what planets put you in the prophecy that is going on, and you can have a role in the rapture and the prophecy, and be a component within everything, and find out if you fall in angelic fields, cherubim fields, seraphim fields, or if you're just a common man that they don't even care about, or they just live a normal life. If you feel any strange things happen in your life, you can use this to determine everything. So we found out Jupiter is like Apollo, or the Messiah planet. Saturn is Satan. Mars is a great significance because it's the fourth planet out, and like Christianity has 4 points, and Mars is the fourth planet out, and what the future prophecy is of Mars, and the exploration and the role that Mars has to do with wizardry and Messiah like tactics and so forth, because it's all related to these people know what they're doing, and it's all correlated to word numbers and your name and your right within the cosmos, and know that you live here on Earth, and see what happens when you calculate these things. Bye.